It's not the Easter Bunny. It's the kid Marcel Pierre. That's right, Championship Rounds has officially returned. Now, I had to come back and do it big for this big UFC 310 card headlined by Kai Asakura and the reigning flyweight champion Alexandra Pantoja. Hey, I know you guys have missed me. I'm back here for your viewing pleasure, for your betting pleasure. So while you're here, go ahead and drop a like, share the content, comment, subscribe. Your boy's been on a heater, and I look to continue that going forward with this UFC card. And I'm just gonna hop into the meat and potatoes. We don't have time to waste. The fight is tonight. We need to get the bets in now. That being said, we have one fight that I wanted to cover on the early preliminary card. It's the former middleweight champion, Chris All-American Weidman, gets in there against your boy, Eric Anders. Now, I picked just a few of these fights that I feel very confident that I know who the hell's gonna win, and this is one of them. Chris Weidman's coming in, and everybody knows his documented past of being champion, busting up his leg to say the least. He's came back and had iffy performances, and he's in there against Eric, your boy Anders, whom can thump, but he has a lot of cardio issues. Now, that being said, this is a 3-round fight. Hey, we've seen Anders get tired quicker. I say he's got about a round and about 15 seconds in him of extreme cardio, but that's going to be enough to put away the All-American. Yeah, there's not going to be no riding off in the sunset, no future title run for the All-American Chris Weidman. Much respect to him, but he's getting put to bed by Eric Anders. For the sake of this video, we're just going to pick Eric Anders' money line. All these picks are going to be money line. I think Eric Anders can definitely get him out of there, but I'm going Eric Anders' money line. Next, we got the preliminary card. Now, a lot of people are, they don't like that this fight's on the preliminary card because these are two names, two up-and-comers, two guys that can fight for the title tomorrow. I'm talking about Movsar Evlioev and the former bantamweight champion being the Funk Master, Aljamain Sterling. Now, I'm a big Aljamain Sterling fan. I predicted that he would win the title right here on Championship Rounds. Yeah, I said it. But he's in there against a guy that came to the show looking like a brick shit house. Movsar Evlioev, did you see him at the weigh-in? The man is no nonsense. He's all about business. He looked at Aljamain Sterling like he didn't have a care in the world, a fear in the world, like he's just gonna run through this guy. And he's undefeated. I'm sorry, Aljamain, love you, but I think Movsar does run through Aljamain Sterling. I think this is going to be a wash of a fight. Dominic Reyes versus Anthony Smith. Now, I'm just going to cut to the chase. Anthony Smith is going to get hurt. The only reason why this guy is even in the UFC still is because he's gained favor with the promotion by virtue of giving them boring analytic content, because this guy's boring as hell. He used to be an up-and-comer with a lot of buzz, like when he moved from middleweight and moved up to light heavyweight, like so many have, and he went in there and he knocked out Shogun Rua and he called his shot, said he wanted to fight Gustafsson, didn't fight him then but fought him later and beat him. Gustafsson said, hey, if I can't beat Anthony Smith, I'm gonna retire. Well, he didn't beat Anthony Smith. My point being, Dominic Reyes has still got the athleticism edge in this match, and I think, again, Anthony Smith is just in there to get hurt. He's just in there for a check. This guy will never ever fight for a belt again. Will Dominic Reyes? I don't know. His training partner is the champ right now. Neither here nor there. I'm picking Dominic Reyes to win this fight, and I'm also picking Anthony Smith to not be at the post-fight press conference. Assuming they would even want to talk to me. Doug Nasty, Bryce Mitchell versus Kron Gracie. Now, this shit is funny as hell. You can't write this shit. Did you see Kron Gracie's last fight? The guy didn't even look like he knew how to strike at all. Didn't look like he should have even been in there. He was doing these jumping push kicks a la Royce Gracie UFC 1. This is UFC 310. This guy was doing UFC 1 strikes in his last match 7 years ago. That's how long it's been since he's been in the cage. But again, they put him in there against Thug Nasty Bryce Mitchell because the matchmakers are thinking, oh, well, Bryce Mitchell likes to take people down. He likes to take them to the canvas. That's where Kron Gracie's good at. No, the guy looks like he's never struck in his life. He's never had a striking class in his life. He trains with the Diaz brothers. Oh, they're all cool. They're all tough. Respect to that. But this guy is everything but a striker. Why the hell would Bryce Mitchell go down there? Bryce Mitchell is gonna bust this man up. And did you see this guy at the ceremonial weigh-ins? The guy poses out, frames, and puts his fucking knuckles on Bryce Mitchell's face? Have you ever even hit anybody in the face before, Kron? No disrespect, but come on, buddy. You ain't knocking nobody out. You probably won't even throw a punch. I don't even think you threw a punch in your last fight. You're throwing the jumping kicks. I got Bryce Mitchell in this one going away. This is his fight. Now, before we get to the main event, I have a bonus pick. This is in the heavyweight division. It's a rematch. The former Bellator heavyweight champion versus the former interim UFC champions. I'm talking about Ciryl Gane versus Alexander Volkov. Who do I have in this fight? Well, everybody knows Ciryl Gane won the first match. It was a technical exchange, and Ciryl Gane was more proficiently effective in that exchange. That being said, I think Volkov is coming in. He's on a high. He just took out Sergey Pavlovich. And I know Ciryl Gane had a war with Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa. Two completely different fights. That being said, I think the game plan's different in this one. If Ciryl Gane and Volkov just stand there and they just trade kickboxing style, yeah, I'm going to go with the guy that won the last fight in that type of fight. I'm going to go with Ciryl Gane, but I don't think Volkov is going to do that. I think Volkov is going to take this guy to the canvas. I think he's going to tire him out. I think he's going to do enough to win 2 of the 3 rounds. Mark it down. That's my bonus pick. So main event, we got Alexander Pantoja versus Kai Asakura coming in from Risen. Now, I'm going to start with the champion. People don't put a lot of respect on his name. He's not the sexy pick. He's not the Brandon Moreno. He's not the Henry Cejudo. Hell, he's not even the DJ who they shipped off to Japan. Now they're bringing a guy in from Japan to fight. People don't remember this. They brought in champions, undefeated champions from tons of organizations, and they put them all on the show. When the smoke cleared, Alexander Pantoja was the victor. And now he's the sitting UFC champion. Is that coincidental? I think not. He was the last guy standing in a pool full of undefeated champions. That being said, you bring in Kai Asakura, who was knocked dead by Pantoja's training partner, former title challenger in the UFC, Kyoji Horiguchi. Yes, Kai Asakura also knocked him out before TKO, but that was not the most recent exchange. That being said, this guy Kai Asakura coming in, he hasn't fought at 125 pounds in 7 fucking years. Not to mention, no man from the nation, the empire, if you will, of Japan has ever came in the UFC and won a UFC title. Okay? That's a little bit to overcome. Wait, there's more. The guy is making his UFC debut. So let's see here. Pantoja, who doesn't get the respect, is fighting a guy who I'm sure the UFC would love to win. I'm sure they want to break through in that market in Japan with a guy they can just put on every poster board, being Kai Asakura. But again, he's making his UFC debut. No man from Japan has ever won a UFC championship. He has not fought at this weight class in 7 years. You don't think that's going to deplete him? I guess we'll see Saturday night. I got a lock. Alexandre Pantoja to get it done, to close out the show and have everybody wondering what's next. Guys, thanks for showing up. Championship rounds, put those bets in. Get that bread, get that money. And again, like, share, comment, subscribe. Until the next time, do your very best to stay frosty.